Okay, this is Module 2. I will give you a little introduction to this, and I want to try to keep this under 10 minutes. It's hard to do. But anyway, I've opened it up to Module 2, and here's your lesson objectives. And I'm not going to read all this to you. Your to-do list, your reading assignment. I'll just caution you that although the text of Chapter 2 is in here, it will not be in anything else that I give you. It will not be putting text in here. I can't do that. Copyright laws keep us from doing it. Here are the videos you're going to watch, and about the SPSS environment, the variables and that sort of thing. But let's look at the assignment. That's what I want to explain to you. In the textbook, you've got 3 problems. 1, 2, 3. Problems 2, 4, and 6. And again, you can look at your answers on problems 1, 3, and 5 and see what the guide is, what the model is for how the answer should look when you get finished. But I'm going to show you how, because in part 2, added exercise 1, we're going to do the same thing we're doing here, but we're going to do it with the data that we had from a previous module. Remember module 1, we made up our own story about something that might happen in the school, and we wrote the hypotheses and those things. Well, we're going to do that. Added exercise 2, you're going to look up some definitions. You just find them on Google for statistical significance, sampling error, effect size, and whatever. Just look those up. Remember to cite your source. That's all you need to do. And added exercise 3, this is the only one you're going to calculate. You're going to watch a video on this. Right here's the video, as a matter of fact. It's 8 minutes long, and it's how to do a single sample t-test. The average height of males in the United States is 5'9". We want to know if the average height of the A-State men's basketball team, 20 players, is significantly different, with a probability of less than 0.05, from the average U.S. men's height in general. So this is going to show you how to do this, and you're going to do a little bit of what you did in Module 1. You're going to write a null hypothesis. You're going to run the calculation, which this website is going to show you. You're going to copy and paste that table you get from doing all this into a Word document, and then you're going to write an appropriate response. Now, response, sometimes it's called an abstract. In other words, you tell what happens. What did the test tell you? Did the test tell you to ignore the null hypothesis or accept it? But anyway, the appropriate response format can be found at the top of page 62 in Cronk's book. They do the best job of telling you how to write these things up. You can get that in your textbook as well, the course textbook. But Kronk is so more succinct. It's just so much more succinct. It's really better. Then when you get all that done, you submit it. But let's go back here and look here. Here's your exercise, the first one. For the added exercise of the previous module 1, develop a code book. So that's something new. Then establish the variables on the variable view screen. That's something new. And then enter your fictitious data on the data view screen. So we got to deal with 2 screens in this added exercise. Now let me drag this over here and show you what I'm talking about. From lesson 1, we did this. We stated research questions, identified the control and experimental group, explained how you would randomly assign participants. We did that in 8 problems, I think, including the added exercise. In my added exercise, if you recall, I proposed that students that each in the cafeteria will perform, I probably just should say, significantly differently on the semester exams in algebra class than students who do not. I wrote a research question. I told about the control and experimental group, the assignment, how I assigned them to the control and treatment groups, and what the hypotheses would be. Then I wrote down what the hypotheses, what criteria for rejecting the hypotheses. So you can watch that. There's a video on that right here. I've sent it to you, and you can watch that. It's the same thing you did in the other problems. Let's get on with module 2 here for us. In our module, we're asked to do this. Directions. Added exercise. For the added exercise of lesson 1 in this module, module 2, develop first a code book. Then establish the variables on the variable view screen. That's the second thing you do. And then the third thing is to enter the data in the data view screen. So here's a code book. A code book is a way of you writing down what things, and you'll see more about what this means in a minute, what the variable is. Well, the variable is eating in the cafeteria or not, do we know? Definition, eats in the cafeteria. Type, those are the three things you want. It's a categorical variable. 1 for yes, 0 for no. That's customary. 1 for yes, 0 for no. You can use 1 and 2 if you want, but variable exam grade, its definition is a midterm exam grade, and the type, it's continuous variable. It can be 10, 20, 25, 27, 50, 52, whatever grade that needs to be. When you go to variable view in SPSS, and I will in a minute, you'll see this screen right here. We'll put this stuff in here. The variable name, eat in the cafeteria, or exam grade, and then we'll fill out the rest of this. I made up fictitious data for my people. I made up the data for eating in the cafeteria. I had 10 of each, 10 yeses and 10 nos, and their exam grades. Just made all that up. Then I put that data in the data editor here, and one's for yes, 1, 0, 1, 1. Then I put the exam grade in, and I got all those in there. And then it says to check your work, produce a variable list. Click on Analyze, Reports, Code Book as done in the textbook exercises. You're going to do the same thing in the textbook exercises. So the video shows you how. You will look in the book and find out more about it, but follow my example. I'm getting ready to do it. Then you're going to come up with these tables right here. See this table, eat in the cafeteria? You'll come up with that table when you do what it says there a moment ago. And then this one for exam grades. Noticed I had 20 exam grades, and the average was 82.30, and the standard deviation was 8.361, and so on. Okay, that's what you're going to do. Now, let me take this over here to the other side of the screen. I need to get that over here. And I need to get this opened up right there. Okay, let me go to variable view. Let me clear these so I can show you what we're going to do. And yeah, I got it all cleared out. Now, in variable view, we're going to label those out of that code book that we had. And the code book was eat in cafeteria. Okay. Now you do that, it fills it in. It assumes that everything is going to be correct. Well, we're going to do eat in the cafeteria. We're not going to need decimals for it. And we're going to give it some labels. And the labels are going to be 1 is going to be yes, I eat in the cafeteria. So we're going to add that. And the other one's going to be 0, no. So I got those two variables. So I'll push OK. OK. And that goes on there. Columns right. Now, is it a scale variable? No. We said a moment ago it was a nominal variable. Yes and no is not even ordinal. The next variable is the exam grade. So let's just put exam underscore grade. That's the exam grade. Click. We're not going to have decimals in our exam grades. And we're not going to have any values because it's going to be a continuous variable. It's not nominal. It's not ordinal. It's continuous. It's a scale variable. So now we've got that. So the next thing we need to do, once we do that, is we go over to data view and we put in the data from our table, our fictitious data table. And I'm going to go over here, and you don't see me doing this, but I'm going over here and I'm going to take the exam grades. Now here, I'll bring that over and show you what I'm going to do. Well, I said I would. I don't guess I will. Let me pull those back. Yeah, there they are. I apologize. I'll get better at this, I promise. Anyway, I'm going to copy those, and I'm just going to bring them over here and put them in exam grades. I know I can do that. Just put it right here. There's 20 of them. And I'm going to paste those in there. So sometimes you get something in Excel and you're going to put it in the SPSS, you can just cut and paste. Now, I don't think it's going to allow me to do the paste the terms in there. It might, but I don't think so. No, it won't. So I'm going to put 0 there. And what we got? Yes, yes, no, and then we've got yes, yes, no, no, no. So we've got yes, yes, no, 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 yes, yes, no, no, no. And then I ought to be down to number 9 is no, and followed by 3 yeses, no, followed by 3 yeses, 1, 2, 3. And then number 13 is no, no, yes, no. Okay, no, 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 yes, no. And where am I at now? Let's go back. And I'm on number 17. 17 is yes, no, no, yes. Okay, let's put yes, no, no. Well, this one's going to be yes. 20 is yes. This one is no. That one is no. Yes, no. Okay, I think I've got it all in there. Okay, you've got your data in there. You know if they eat in the cafeteria or not. You know what their exam grade is, so you're ready to do something with this. Well, here's what we're going to do with it. Let me move this up. I got to get that out of the way up there. We're going to go to Analyze. This is what you will do. You go to Analyze, go to Reports, and then go over here to Codebook, and then take these two variables right here and put them over on this side, the Codebook variables. And then push OK. And here's what you'll get. Let me see if I can move that up a little. Move that down. Okay. So what you have, and I'm going to move that down so we can see our code book. I've got the code book for eating in the cafeteria, and it tells me it's numeric, its format is 8 digits wide, it's nominal, it's a nominal variable, and it's either no or yes. It tells me all about it. And then this other variable is the continuous variable. So it gives me a mean, a standard deviation, all that sort of thing. So that's how you do that. And that's what you're going to do on the 3 or 4 problems out of the textbook, and what you're going to do when you make up fictitious data for the problem that you did in Module 1. Thank you.